Click out of that real quick. And we are live. Welcome, brothers, to another show. Today I got my good homie, Bitcoin Bobby, in the building to discuss why every brother should have crypto. How's everything going with you, brother?
Everything's going good, man. Everything's going good. Blessings, man. Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for having me on your platform again. I love Black Men's Travel. I love what it's doing. I love what the community is trying to grow. I'm just happy to be here to drop some value to the group, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, listen, brother, you stayed on me. You know, I came into the crypto space kind of late, but you stayed on me. You was like, hey, man, go ahead and get some crypto. And right now, the stocks are looking bloody. They're looking down right now, but the crypto is just going up and up. Real quick question, man. Like, why is that? Why is the crypto space moving so fast? And, you know, it's got this bull market. Meanwhile, stocks are kind of like going down.
Well, I can't speak on stocks because that's not my expertise. But as far as crypto, we are in what we would call a bull cycle. And this cycle happens like every about 4 years. And since the halving that happened last May 2020, we've been in the upwards trend in this bull run. And you're going to see this happening more. Right now, the crypto market is around 2 trillion, 2.1 trillion. I can see this peaking out to almost between 8 to 10 trillion by probably late November. So we still have a ways to go. You think this is the top of it? No, we still have ways to go. I predict this going to go from 8 trillion to 10 trillion by October, November, December this year.
Wow. And when you say that, does that mean like all the crypto space is going to be going up more and more?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of gains. You're going to see a lot. You're going to see Bitcoin probably going upwards of, my prediction was 200,000, but it might even go to 300,000. And you're going to see a lot of other predictions where Ethereum will probably go anywhere between 10,000 to 20,000. So you're going to have a lot of these cryptos making huge gains. And this is where a good time when you make your wealth and take advantage of this space.
Let's talk about that real quick, man. You mentioned Ethereum. Ethereum had like a article today talking about it might reach almost $25,000 in the next few years.
That's a possibility. A lot of these articles come out and they paint these bullish scenarios for some of these cryptos, and I believe in time Ethereum can probably get to 25,000 per coin. However, I don't put too much emphasis on that right now because you just got to see it play out. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first got into this space and Bitcoin was going up to 20,000, and they was like, "Oh, Bitcoin's gonna get to 25,000 in a couple of months," and it never did. Okay, it raced back during that bear market. So I kind of want to, step back a little bit when I read these articles and not get too bullish on them. It sounds good, but just be careful with taking information like that because you just don't know.
Excellent, man. And we were discussing earlier, we're going to bring Satoshi Steve on in a second, man, but you was asking me about the lockdowns out here real quick, just to, touch up on that because I know a lot of brothers want to know exactly what's going on as far as these lockdowns in Colombia right now.
Yes.
So, like right now, we're on what they call a 4-3, which means 4 days out the week. We have a curfew at 8 p.m. So it's from 8 p.m. to like 5 a.m. This is specifically for Medellin, Colombia, guys. So Cali, Colombia, Cartagena, they're all different, right? We're talking about the district of Antioquia right now. So right now, what this 4-3 mean is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the curfew is 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's a total lockdown, which means you're really not supposed to leave your home, your domicile, if you can avoid leaving. You can go to the grocery store, but I will tell you, brothers, right now, I've had stories of brothers telling me that the police are kind of, harassing you a little bit if you're out during this, this 3-day quarantine right now. So if you are out, you might want to say, hey, man, I'm going to the drogeria, which is like a pharmacy, or I'm going just to get some food, and I'm going right back.
Pharmacia.
The pharmacy is exactly, man. And what's up with that shirt, man? Like we got the same thing. What's going on with that shirt, brother?
I love the black and red, man. I love this shirt right here, man. It's nice. EMC Travels, man. I love this, man. I'm a Bulls fan. I love wearing black and red. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there you go. Oh, man, you a Chicago Bulls fan? Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up, man. I'm a Boston Celtics fan, so we got a little history there with Chicago Bulls.
That's a little history there.
Yeah, man. So, brothers, if you guys want to cop a shirt, man, let me show you the store real quick, guys, and we'll get the rolling. This is the Black Man Travels merch store, brothers. So make sure you go and check it out, man. You got some good shirts on here. We got the white tees, we got the tank tops, and we also got the masks too. Got the mugs as well, guys. So you want to go ahead and show some support to the movement, man? Go out there to Black Man Travels merch store.
Support, man. Support, guys. Merch is good.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Hold on right quick. There we go. So yeah, man, that's the merch store. And let's go ahead and get Satoshi Steve in the building. There we go. What's going on, Satoshi Steve?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, how's everything going?
Man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me on the show again.
Yeah, man, you guys be dropping some great information, good game on this crypto space, man. A lot of brothers in the group are interested. They ask a lot of questions. You know, how can we get into crypto? What exchanges should they be purchasing their crypto? Like, what's the next big crypto after maybe Ethereum, something like that? You know, to get in with some of these altcoins. And actually, the last show we did, bro, I think you guys were telling me about Polkadot and Theta, right? And those have shot up during this time.
Absolutely. I definitely want to share. I mean, I don't know if it's time, but I'll jump right in. Theta is my first 50x project. Never experienced anything like it. 50x. So incredible gains that are possible in crypto. For sure is definitely something that you want to investigate in terms of an investment. So I think about it like this. For everybody who's listening, your money's in a bank right now, right? And maybe it's in a savings account. Hopefully you're banked, right? You do have a banking account of some type. Not everywhere in the world does everybody have a bank. So I shouldn't make that assumption, but right. So we're talking about the folks listening. So you have your savings account, and in the best sense, right? I'm talking about very few banks. If your savings account, let's say you're gaining 1% per year APY on your savings. I'm talking about like best case scenario. So you have your 10 grand in there for a rainy day. It's in your savings account. And then at the end of the year, you figure out, hey, I made $10 on my 10K. You're like, hold on. I don't know if I should celebrate because I got extra money, or if I should be depressed because, you know, I was expecting my money to grow, but not by so little. So technically
that's $100 off 10K.
No, $100. Sorry, my math was off. But just imagine you finding an investment like cryptocurrency, maybe even like traditional stocks, where you can put your 10K instead of it sitting into an account, doing nothing for you, gaining $100 at the end of the year, but instead it gains 50x times the value. 50x. Bobby, do that math. 50x times 10,000. What's that?
That's 500K.
That's 500K.
500K you made.
That's 500K you made off that $10,000 investment. So those are some of the examples that are happening today in crypto. I had to start off with that example. I personally, and I've been in crypto for 4 years, I've never seen anything like it. So 50x. Unfortunately, I didn't have 10K in there, but a 50x, even on, you know, $1,000 investment or $500 investment is fantastic. So anyway, good news for the group.
Oh, we got a quick question. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, we got a quick question from a Facebook user. He says, what did you say was your first 50x again?
Theta.
Theta, okay.
The coin Theta. So Theta, just a quick history on it. It's a cryptocurrency. I believe it's very close to entering the top 10. I'm going to take a look at CoinGecko now. And Theta is the number 13 coin in all of cryptocurrency right now. So you have Bitcoin and Ethereum at number 1 and 2. You scroll down to number 13, you see Theta Network. But quickly, what is Theta Network? So Theta is looking to decentralize how video storage and video sharing like YouTube is done. That's one of their plays. They're looking to decentralize such that you get ownership of the videos that you post, right? So you know how YouTube will pay you, let's say after 1 million views, they may pay you 50 cents. They may pay you 25 cents, whatever the rate is. That rate is variable. Theta, since it's a decentralized marketplace, you're gonna be owning your videos that you put up there, and they're gonna be paying you for those videos that you own directly. So it is spinning off into an NFT play as well. It is a big video network, but it is climbing up the ranks in terms of cryptocurrency. It is also a blockchain, so they also have a fast blockchain. So just like that, there's 8,000 cryptos out there. Theta happens to be one.
Wow, yeah, 8,000. Wow, I didn't know it's that many.
Let me also touch on it because I did a post on Theta, like probably about, actually I'm looking at it on my Facebook page. I did a post on Theta on February the 5th, and the price of Theta on February the 5th was $2.48. Now it's at $13 and rising. That's a 6x in what, almost a 2-month period? A 6x. That's insane. So you see how far it has come up. And not only that, Theta is like a decentralized video streaming platform, kind of like what YouTube is. As a matter of fact, one of the co-owners of YouTube is a significant, I want to say he's a partner. He's partnered in with Theta. So he's taking his YouTube knowledge and YouTube platform, and he's using that knowledge and putting it into Theta itself. So that's a huge partnership alone. So you see where this is going, okay? Theta has a lot of value. It's a good crypto gem.
Yeah, and I think Bobby, I mean, listen, I got to give credit where credit is due. I think Bobby put me on to Theta very early. He might have put me on to Theta very early when it was just cents. So, you know, good looks. We got to share knowledge. And Bobby, I appreciate you.
We got some good questions here, fellas. I don't know if you want to take this one, Bobby, from Antoine Johnson. He says, what app has the greatest range of buying different coins?
That's a great question.
Okay. What you're saying nowadays is you're seeing a multitude, especially you're seeing a multitude of apps now. You see PayPal, you see Robinhood, you see Cash App, and a lot of newbies are coming into the space using these platforms because that's what they're used to. But the OG, and a lot of the old people like us that's been in this game for a while, we go through Coinbase. And Coinbase is the #1 user platform to buy cryptos if you're an American, if you're a U.S. citizen. It's regulatory. And we're gonna talk more about Coinbase because it's also the reason, probably a reason why the price of Bitcoin is going up is because of the Coinbase IPO that's launching tomorrow. That's very, very huge for the crypto space. And that's part of
it's tomorrow. The IPO is tomorrow for Coinbase.
Tomorrow. Okay,
oh, wow.
It is tomorrow. And I think that has the indirect reason why the price has been going up. But we'll talk about that. To answer this question, some of the apps that I use is Coinbase is the #1 user platform, American user platform to buy cryptos. Crypto.com is another one. I believe Binance USA. Now, Binance is the biggest platform in the world, but US users can't access it. But Binance have made a watered down version of itself called Binance USA, and you can go in there and buy cryptos. That's more regulatory through US based and through US regulatory purposes. So yes, and to touch a little bit on Coinbase, if you want to get that the Coinbase IPO, I believe the Coinbase purchase tomorrow is going to be very, very huge because it's going to make a bullish scenario for crypto in the long run and in the short term. I mean, Coinbase going public we're talking about $100 billion valuation of the company, $100 billion valuation of this company right now. So the price could come out being anywhere between $250 per to almost $400 per share of Coinbase itself.
Interesting. Now, I saw a video with the comedian Eddie Griffin. He was mentioning that like this might not be a good thing for some reason that Coinbase is going public, saying it's already public. Do you know any information about that? Why it might be a negative for Coinbase to go public? I haven't heard Eddie Griffin's. I can't comment on that or give a reaction to it because I haven't heard it. But I see so many bullish scenarios for Coinbase right now because right now we're in a bull market. So the price of Bitcoin is going to keep going up.
in this bull market. And Coinbase gets, I want to say 1.5% of the fees in anytime you purchase Bitcoin. So if you're purchasing Bitcoin at 60,000 now and they get 1.5 fees, just imagine when it gets to 300,000, how much fees they're going to get. So the price is going to keep going up. Not only that, just this quarter alone, Coinbase has made revenues of $1.8 billion. Last year, in all of 2020, they only had 1.2 billion of revenue. So just in this quarter alone, they made more in this quarter alone off revenue than they did all of last year. So just imagine that going over the next 3 quarters of 2021 in a bull market.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's very important. I say if you're going to get in now. If you're going to buy Coinbase stock, because I can see this going up almost 4 or 5 times the price over the next year or so.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting, man. Very, very interesting.
Also, Coinbase has 56 million U.S. customers, 56 million customers on their platform, man. So it's just a growing market, man. I don't see how you can look at this as a negative right now, especially in a bull market. Now, if Bitcoin ever gets into a bear market, that's different. But right now, Coinbase is where it is if you want to be investing, man. If you're a stock guy, because it's just going to make the price of crypto more bullish for people to get in and buy Bitcoin.
I wanted to go back and answer the previous question if I could, because I was just looking up some stuff really quickly, and I think Bobby did an excellent job of hitting the popular exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. Those are the top exchanges. Gate.io and Crypto.com. Those are the top exchanges where you can find coins that have been introduced to a centralized way of buying. Bobby, in a previous time, I know he has mentioned DEXs. So decentralized exchanges are really where you can be exposed to a majority of cryptos that are outside of that centralized approach. So I think that's important to note, in that if you really want to get some low cap gems, that means coins that have a market cap of 10 million or less, even 50 million or less in terms of total market cap, you're going to want to look at some decentralized exchanges. So an example of a decentralized exchange might be 1inch, might be Uniswap, PancakeSwap. So those are going to be some places where you can find some of the coins that are lower in market cap. You can also find large cap coins there too, because a lot of people do become liquidity providers on those exchanges. And what that means is like you loan out your coins such that other people can pick them up. And long story short, so I just wanted to give that extra information of DEXs are powerful too. They require a little bit more knowledge, but if you can imagine, hey, spend the extra 30 minutes or hour to learn how to use a DEX, that's already going to put you ahead of the game. Because once those coins get introduced to a Coinbase, you're going to be 5x, 10x, 20x ahead of the game in terms of investment strategy. So I think that's another part to the answer.
Great. We got a statement here by Big Curve. Let me know what you guys think about this. He says, too expensive to invest in Bitcoin. It's good to invest altcoin for your 50K your money. Do you guys think it's too expensive? Bitcoin is too high to invest in right now?
No, I'm gonna answer that question. I understand where he's coming from. It's yes. It's kind of like a yes and a no question. And a lot of times you have people look at the price of Bitcoin and says, "Oh, it's 60K, it's too high." You know, I remember people looked at the price of Bitcoin when it was 8,000 and said it was too high. Now look, 8,000 look like it's a bargain, right? So what I'm saying is, a lot of people come into the space, especially a lot of stock guys. They come into the space and they don't look at Bitcoin in a long-term aspect. You got to look at Bitcoin as a commodity, as an asset, as a property, because when you look at it, just owning 10% of a Bitcoin can be good. I look at it from the standpoint, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm about to have a son, and I look at it as I want to be able to pass something on to my son. When you buy a house for your family, you want to be able to pass your house on to your family or buy a home and pass it on to your family. That could be 10 years, 20 years down the line. If you look at Bitcoin in that aspect, 5 years down the line, Bitcoin could be worth $1 million. So owning 10% of a Bitcoin can be owning $100,000. Imagine 15 years down the line, where Bitcoin could be almost $2 million or even more than that. 10% of a Bitcoin would be $200,000. Think of that, passing that down to your kids or your children or whatever. You got to look at it as owning property or owning a house so you can pass it down later on. Now, what he's probably trying to say is you can make more money investing in alts, which is very true. And I recommend you that. I would probably easily take $1,000 and buy a lower tier alt than buying into a Bitcoin. However, after you make your money in your alts, you got to transfer it to Bitcoin to store your wealth. That's what you do. You make your money in your alts, and then you store it into Bitcoin to store the wealth. So yes and no, I agree with him. So it's not too expensive. If you look at it from a long term, hey, that's why you have all these major companies like MicroStrategy and Tesla buying Bitcoin at $50,000, $60,000 because they know in the long run, 10, 20 years, it's gonna have so much more value because of the scarcity of it.
And Satoshi Steve, what you think about that, brother?
Spot on. Immediately when he was talking, I thought about buying a $50K house in Potomac or North Miami, wherein everyone else's house cost 400, 500,000 or 5 million, right? Your house, your 50K house today, you have a chance to spend, let's say $1,000 into that 50K. You're going to have 0.0001 Bitcoin, but you're going to look forward in 2 years or 3 years, and Bitcoin's value is going to be worth $1 million. So when you have 0.1 of that million and you put 1,000 in, you're going to end up with, hey, I got $100,000. Your 1,000 just 10x or 100x. So that's how you have to look at it. Bobby, you dropped extreme knowledge by saying Bitcoin now is a much longer term investment, right? And it's also something that you get to hand down to your kids. So what you want to be thinking is, hey, you're investing in that cheap property today, and you don't have to buy a full Bitcoin. You can buy just a fraction. You can literally buy 3%, 1% of that $50,000. You hold on to it. Now, when Bitcoin's total value is $10 million per one coin, hey, now look at that little percentage. Can you imagine, what you did for yourself or what you did for your son or your grandson? So that's what Bitcoin is. And now moving towards altcoins, now you want to think of altcoins like what Bitcoin used to be. And I think that's what the question was. Altcoins are new in their inception. They just came around in 2017, maybe 2018 or 2019, and they're very cheap. So you buy them now and you get to ride that parabolic run up right away. Now, like Bobby said, every parabolic run up, it may come down. You need a place to store your value, right? So now you got to transfer it over to Bitcoin, which is going to hold and retain its value. It's going to continue to climb up slowly. So I think, I agree completely that it is not too late to buy Bitcoin. While the yes part of Bobby's answer is you're not going to get that immediate parabolic run up. 50K to 1 million is just not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years, but exactly. it is a good investment overall. Yeah,
and I think that's what throws some people off, like the new people that's going to learning about crypto, is they just see that high 63 because it's at 63,000 right now. They see that and they think that wow, I gotta have 60,000 to buy. No, you can actually buy a small percentage. All
you need is $100. Throw it in there. $50. You can buy Bitcoin. You can say, hey, I own a fraction of Bitcoin. You can brag to your friends. Hey, I put in $50. I got some Bitcoin. And then 3 years from now, when Bitcoin's $1 million, you'll see what that $50 is worth. You'll see that it's, hey, oh man, that $50 is now worth $10,000. So that's the math that you're playing in your head.
All right, let me drop some information for you, man. This is what I'm trying to get people to look at it from a long-term value standpoint and see getting in now is still a good buy. All right, let me put some information out there. Time Magazine just released that now they're buying Bitcoin and putting it on their balance sheet. Okay, Time Magazine's buying Bitcoin. Okay, right now there are over 40,000 publicly traded companies in the world. 40,000. Only 32 have Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Only 32 out of 40,000 companies. That's amazing growth that can happen over the next 5 to 10 years. Lastly, okay, this is on the rumor report. Okay. Y'all already heard about Tesla buying Bitcoin, and once a publicly traded company buys something like Bitcoin, it has to be announced and put on their public record. So there's a rumor going around that Walmart itself, a big company as Walmart, is buying a $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now it's just a rumor, but it hasn't came out yet. I believe they supposed to release their report findings in May, middle of May. So once that release comes out, it's going to be just like the Tesla effect. Once it was told that Tesla bought Bitcoin around December, the price shot up from like 20,000 to 40,000. So I can see Walmart coming out with information saying that, hey, we bought Bitcoin back in this time, and it's going to just shoot up the price in May, and you might end up going to maybe 80,000, maybe even $100,000 in May once that information gets out. Because you got to realize Walmart has what I want to say they has over their stores in over 24 countries in the world. So that's a lot where not only are they holding Bitcoin, it's going to be a price situation where they, just like Tesla, where they accept Bitcoin as payment also. So you're going to have access to people for people to buy Bitcoin and buying it through Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Very good statement, bro. Very good statement. All right, so we got a Facebook user here, and I want you guys to respond to this. He says, since Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not backed by anything, sound like your boy Kev, man. This might be Kev. Couldn't the bubble burst? I don't understand what is the driving price and also on uncertain of its long-term viability. What you guys think about that? I know you've heard this before, but
I think we kind of went over this a couple of times, but I mean, it's been here for 10 years, okay? And people always say, what is it backed by? It's backed by people. It's backed by us. We put trust into itself. I mean, what is the US dollar backed by? Technically nothing, you know what I'm saying? We just print $1.9 trillion a couple of weeks ago through the federal government, and that's just devaluing the dollar itself. So what is that backed by? Shit, you know what I'm saying? So I say it's backed by us, and we give it value, and the scarcity of it makes it go up in price. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, it's technology. Technology only grows. It's like I always tell people getting into crypto and blockchain and Bitcoin, it's like getting into the mobile device in the 90s or even the early 2000s. And you see where it's going to get to. And now we use the mobile device every day in our lives. We're going to be using blockchain technology every day in our lives. Just showing the value of what it is. We can get into something that you discussed earlier, which is non-fungible tokens. And we can talk about NFTs today, because that's another reason why it gives blockchain and Bitcoin and crypto value. Once you really learn the ins and outs of blockchain technology and what it can do, you'll understand the value of it, and you'll be able to answer these type of questions that people have, because it's just more than just a currency. It's a store of value, it's tech, it's smart contracts, it's decentralized finance. It's a lot of different areas blockchain technology is going to cover over the next 5 to 10 years.
Satoshi, Steve, did you want to respond?
I just want to quickly say spot on, right? Scarcity, divisibility, utility, transportability, durability, counterfeit ability.
Yeah, it can't be counterfeit either.
So Bitcoin gives you all of those things as it is acting as a currency, right? So scarcity. Bitcoin has 21 million finite coins, 18 million coins in circulation. There are less than 3 million coins that will be released over the next 100 years. That's it. If you have your one coin you're sitting on, you're part of the 1% of the population of the world. Craig, who got one Bitcoin. So that's what your aim is, the scarcity. 21 million is a very small number for what, 8 billion people in the world. I hope I'm accurate with that, but 21 million into 8 billion, it's a really small fraction of people who will have a Bitcoin. So that's the scarcity piece. Utility. I mentioned this in our last live stream. Bobby, you're here. I'm in Malaysia. Bobby, I need 100 grand and I need it in an hour or they're going to lock me up or something. Bobby can open his phone and he can send me 100 grand within minutes. He can't do that with Western Union. He can't do that with PayPal. He can't do it with Cash App. He can't do it with any service because there's custodial pieces with banks. There's verifications. There's just really no platform that can do it, right?
That's very important that you said that. That's very important. I can send you almost $1 million worth of Bitcoin and you can get it in 10 minutes. And you don't have to go through any type of banks or anything to verify that type of information, that verify that type of way they can slow that down, man. If you need it, boom, it's right there.
Exactly. So that covers the utility, covers the transportability. Just think about how non-transferable gold is. What if I said, Bobby, I need you to ship me 100 crates of gold? What you gonna do? I mean, that's not gonna work. So it's transportable, it's quick. And then the last thing, it can't be counterfeited. So that goes into the whole crypto part, the whole private key, all of those pieces. It cannot be counterfeited. It can't be double spent, and it can't be double minted. So all of those pieces. So that's what makes Bitcoin valuable. Ultimately, it's the network of users using it that make it valuable. So ditto on what Bobby said.
Also, I think sometimes people think of gold and it's tangible. You know what I'm saying? So you can touch it, you can feel it. With Bitcoin, it's computer code. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people can't wrap their head around having something valuable just be a computer code. So like Bitcoin is digital gold compared to gold where it's just tangible. Again, I can't transport gold. You have to have someone store gold for you. With Bitcoin, you can hold it yourself. It's digital. It's an asset. These are some of the reasons why it is valuable. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my brother Travis Tolliver. I see you in the building, brother. He asked, "What's the brother's favorite coins to stake for a massive yield?"
Go ahead, Steve.
So I'll be quick with that one. I don't do any staking. I could probably take a lesson. Listen, I have no idea about yield farming, offering liquidity. I'm not in that game yet. What I am hearing though is one of the best platforms to do that is 1inch Exchange, staking 1inch token, staking Helium. Those are what I hear as good plays. I'm not part of any staking for yield just yet. Anything outside of what Coinbase might do, like Cosmos or some of those things. But to really do it properly, I think I can even take a course myself. So I'm not into staking. But
yeah, I want to know what exactly is staking. Do you?
It's when you stake and it's kind of like you're part of the network. You putting your tokens up to help the network with transactions. Okay. So because of that, when you're helping with transactions to move the network forward, you get rewarded with stakes. You get rewarded with extra tokens. So like if you're a miner, if you're mining like Bitcoin, whenever miners compute transactions for Bitcoin transactions, they get rewarded with a small percentage of that. So with staking is different. With staking is less computing energy compared to mining. So you're putting your coins up and use them through the network so you can be able to help transactions move along. When you do that, you get a piece of that transaction, get a piece of that puzzle, a piece of that pie, basically, and you make, I guess, passive income in a way. You know what I'm saying? I'm staking right now one project called NRG. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. It has really good staking rewards. I think it's a top 100, 125 coin, but the staking yields is very, very good. It's called NRG. Just as its token symbol, that's the only one I'm staking right now. I've noticed a lot of new cryptos have moved towards staking over the last couple of years, like ADA, Ethereum's doing staking now, I believe. So it just gives a way to bring in passive income instead of mining like a Litecoin or a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. Shout out to Zeke81 for the $9.99 super chat, brother. I really appreciate that. He says, just showing some love. Keep up the great work. Just wanted to say this channel changed my life. Passport on the way. That's what's up, Zeke81, man. I'm glad you got that passport on the way, bro. That's what we're talking about.
Appreciate it,
international black man, man. There's power in that. There's power in them passports, and there's power in this crypto as well.
Let's go back. I think someone had a question about NFTs.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and get to that, man, because I'm still trying to figure. I mean, a lot of people have explained to me what NFT is, but I want you guys to go ahead and cover it too as well. He basically asked, what exactly is an NFT?
Okay, let's get touching because I think NFTs is people. Some people say it's a bubble. I say no. NFTs is going to change the way using blockchain technology. NFTs is going to change the way art is, music, video games, collectibles. People think it's a bubble, but I think it's just another way of using blockchain to make money. To also let me break it down. First, fungibility. Okay, fungibility is an asset or ability of an asset to be exchanged through certain values, kind of like cash. I could take 5 ones and exchange it, you get $5 bill, basically. Okay, non-fungible means it's unique. You can't exchange it. So when you have a non-fungible token, that means it's on the blockchain. It's only one is unique. So say if an artist decide to make a classic art where it's only one is unique, and that gives it the scarcity value of it. So he makes it through the blockchain, whether it's a picture or whatever, and he puts it out and auctions it out as a digital art collection. Now that's one, or maybe you make 2 of them, but that one token that's a digital art collection is unique in its own way. So that drives the price of it to where it's very scarce. The guy can make a lot of money. The artist can make a lot of money on it. Not only that, he can write in the smart contract to where if you create an art and I buy it for $5 million, now in 10 years as it appreciates, I sell it to someone else for $20 million. Do you know that the original person, which is you, can make money off those royalties that I'm selling for that art collection?
So that's how that works. Okay.
Let me tell you this. The Dallas Mavericks owner, he's big in blockchain. He's big on Ethereum because he's basically trying to have his actual tickets be NFTs. And you know why? Because whenever you sell them to the season ticket holders, a lot of times season ticket holders don't go to the games. What they do, they resell their tickets on the open market. Exactly. By them reselling their tickets, the Dallas Maverick owner want his tickets to be non-fungible tokens so he can get a certain percentage of those resold tickets on the market, which is ingenious. So you as the owner of that non-fungible token are getting royalties off that, which is smart.
Very
For
smart.
instance, if you're making music and you make a certain disc or certain collectible music, digital collectible, you can sell it directly to the market or auction it off. Again, as that you can write into the smart contract that, hey, I'm going to always get a specific percentage of this sold. So if it's sold again and again and again, you're always going to make a royalty off of it. It's like having your own masters, being a distributor and making money off of it, collecting over years. Now you have other digital assets like digital art, virtual land. Gaming is going to be huge when it comes to collectible tokens and skins and stuff. I'm not a gamer, but I've heard that when you have these digital skins, you can use that in collectibles and also memorabilia, sports memorabilia. This is going to be big as back in our days, we collected baseball cards. Now it's probably going to be something where it's digital cards and digital memorabilia to be collected and sold on an open market. So these are big avenues of where non-fungible tokens will be huge in the future. I hope that was just to give you a snippet of NFTs and how it relates to art, collectibles, digital stuff for you to make money off of in the future. If you're an artist, definitely if you're an artist or creator.
Yeah, that's an excellent breakdown. Very excellent breakdown. You know, I heard Young Jeezy just turned the snowman to the NFT. You heard about that?
I haven't. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's the new wave, man. I think I want to say Jim Jones is doing something with crypto now and doing NFTs also. I mean, if you can be able to be able to personalize and make a digital artwork or digital type of collectible and sell it out to the masses, you can make a hell of a lot of money, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tons and tons of celebrities are moving towards the NFT space. You got Paris Hilton, you got Jake Paul, you got Jim Jones, you got Tekashi 6ix9ine, you got, I mean, tons and tons of people are saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and release my own music, my own artwork directly instead of having an intermediary who's taking a large percentage of what you, the artist, created and saying, hey, I'm your manager. I'm sorry, I got to take 80%. I got to take 90% and you get 10. You know, off every album sale, you're going to get 10 cents. I'm going to get the majority. So it's going to cause a flippening, I think, where you're going to see creatives really starting to get paid when they understand NFTs, when they start to link with the proper NFT platform, put out their content directly, and when their fan base is made aware of some of these platforms. NFTs more. So for more information, I would encourage everybody to get on some of these platforms now. Theta, Chiliz, Mana. Yeah.
Okay.
Omi. These are some platforms, Wax, where you can see NFTs being released. And that way you can actually, you know, it's good to hear about it, but what are these actual artworks? What are these NBA Top Shots? Go see for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to go to these web pages, Theta, Chiliz, Decentraland, Wax, Omi, and check them out and check out what some of these NFTs are. And then what are you doing? You are trading your cryptocurrency, whether it's Ethereum or some other token, for a artwork. Whether that artwork is music, whether it's a painting, whether it's a digital artwork, you're exchanging your Ethereum in general for one of those things. And now you hold those just like you would hold a cryptocurrency. And over time, they may go up in value, right? Something that you may have bought for $10. I'm trying to use a real life example. I know Beeple, which is like a popular artwork. I'm not sure how much it was released for, but it was an artwork that sold for like $69 million. So, and that's, I don't know what the equivalent ETH value is, but you can imagine someone was willing to spend a large chunk of their Ethereum on that painting or artwork.
Mm-hmm. Let me touch on this, because honestly, me and Steve, we haven't even talked NFTs. So when you mentioned some of these top NFTs, I'm like, man, he's on his homework. You know what he's talking about. And you mentioned Chiliz. Man, let me tell you what Chiliz is. Chiliz is trying to corner the market in sports franchises. So think of it like having a license deal to only do NFTs for certain sports franchises. So if they do an NBA license deal, they'll be exclusively putting out NFTs for NBA players, teams, etc., where it could be something like a digital basketball card, anything tied to a digital artwork collection for a certain player, coach, whatever, sneakers, all that stuff. And it could be huge, selling it on the open market, auctioning it off in the market, stuff like that. I mean, look at some of the Michael Jordan collectibles are going for millions of dollars. Just imagine having a LeBron James collectible in a Lakers jersey or something selling for a lot of money. This is going to be a huge market in the next 5-10 years, I'm telling you. So yeah, you touched on Chiliz, and Chiliz is trying to corner the sports memorabilia market when it comes to NFTs, man.
Mm-hmm. So the one piece that I want to get in folks' imagination is, and it doesn't exist today, but it's coming. There's going to be unique characters, unique equipment. When you load up Call of Duty, there's going to be an NFT marketplace where you have one-of-one weapon, right? And you're the only one in the whole game who has it. There's going to be a one-of-one uniform, and you're going to be the only one who has it. So yes, you spent one Ethereum on it, which is $2,000, but to a real gamer, hey, they're the only one with the magic bazooka that does everything, right? I don't know, but essentially that's where the market is going. And now you can expand that use case out so many times. They're already talking about doing it for virtualization. So when you put on your Oculus Rift, you put on your VR set, can you imagine you having a one-of-one car inside that virtualized environment, and everyone's jealous of that car, right? So that's where NFTs are going, and we're in the infancy right now. So being involved in the NFT platform is really important. Being involved in owning NFTs for the first time is important as well.
Man, that's an excellent breakdown, because I've been trying to figure out exactly what NFTs are for. I think I might have texted you, right, Bobby? I'm like, brother, what is this NFT stuff I keep hearing about? Because
we've been
first time I heard
needing
it
to
was
get this conversation going. Yeah, we've been needing to get this conversation going.
Because the first guy I heard doing it was Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez,
he made something like $300,000 or something. I'm like, what is going on with this NFT stuff? So yeah, man, appreciate that breakdown. Shout out to our brother Jay Lever for a $10 super chat. He says, much love to you and the panel BMT. Much love to you too, brother, man. We really appreciate that $10 super chat.
Thank Jay.
That's what's up, man. Trying to get to some of these questions real quick.
Mm-hmm. Man, let's. I want to go ahead and go through the question, but I want to talk, because I've seen some posts in the group. You know what I'm saying, talking about different altcoins, and I'm gonna get my take. Okay, I'm gonna get my take on some of these things. And some people might not like what I have to say, but hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Because I see people talking about, and everyone looks like a genius in the bull market. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a bull market. Everyone's look like a genius in the bull market, and you have some people promoting like XRP or Dogecoin.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right. I'm not knocking, because you can make money off these tokens, and that's the end of the day. You want to be able to make money, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to make gains. And XRP, I want to say they went up almost 80 to 100% in the last 7 days. Hey, that's great. But
XRP, hold on, they did.
Yeah, I think it's like at 160, 145, 160 now. It went a lot up in the last couple of weeks. Okay, great. However, I always tell people, do your research. You know what I'm saying? What is their fundamentals? You know what I'm saying? What is the token economics? Do people know that it's under SEC investigation? So it's these type of things that you want to realize, because I think some XRP got delisted off of a couple of exchanges. You know what I'm saying? So even though you can make gains, which is great, but I like to invest into coins that are, have better fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? They are trying to solve problems. They are trying to, do things to move the space along. You know what I'm saying? Initially, XRP was supposed to be a banker's coin. Well, now that bankers can adopt their own, can use blockchain on their own, what's the point of using the Ripple token or using Ripple's XRP token? I mean, these are some questions that you have to ask. So I don't see Ripple being great long term for what they're trying to solve, but that doesn't mean you can't make money off of it now. People are promoting Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a shit coin. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that Elon Musk is promoting it, what does it really do? You can make money off of it, but what does it do? You want to select projects that are doing certain things, like Chainlink, like ADA, Cardano, or Polkadot, or Ethereum.
Polkadot, yeah.
One of my favorite picks is Unibright. Okay, Unibright has partnerships with Coca-Cola, Google, Microsoft, Accenture. So you have these great partnerships. And this is, and honestly, Unibright is a low cap gem that I love. That I feel like it's going to do amazing things in the next 5 to 10 years. So this is a long term project, and right now it's under $300 billion market cap. So it has a lot more growth to get to. So I would advise people to look into that and make a decision, because you can make a lot of money. Right now it's at $2. I bought into it when it was like 26 cents. It's at $2 now, and I think it can go easily to $50 in the next 6 to 9 months. So yeah, man.
That's a very, and you told us, I think you told us before, to see exactly what the crypto does, right?
Yeah.
Like, just don't buy any random crypto. Right.
Yeah, what problems does the blockchain solve? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, even you tell me about Chainlink. I got some Chainlink. You tell me about Polkadot. Polkadot has been doing really well.
Polkadot's really good coin. Really good project.
Yeah, man. This is interesting, brothers. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Shout out to the great, the great pretender for the $10 super chat. He asked, do you keep putting money in crypto similar to how you keep putting money in an IDEX fund? I don't have an IDEX fund yet. Should I just get a crypto?
It's gonna be an index fund.
Yeah, okay, yeah, even an index fund. I'm sorry. Should I just get a crypto or both? Love the channel. God bless you all. So I guess he's asking, should he get an index fund or should he do crypto? I would say suggest do both, but what would you say to that?
I say do both, but me personally, I don't do index funds. I only do crypto, and I continue to put money, especially in the bull market. I continue to put money into my crypto projects to keep getting increasing gains, man. I always stack. We call it stacking your bags. Okay, you put money, well, it's $100 a week, $500. I keep stacking my bags in certain cryptos. The hope that is not the hope, but to expect that it's going to pop off sooner or later. And really, it has been. You know, I've had projects that basically 20x and 30x in like the last 3 months that I put money into. So I've made a shit ton of money. I want to say my portfolio alone, I made over $60,000 in this 4 months alone. $60,000. So
nice.
Yeah, I have a 6-figure portfolio, and I expect it to go higher in the next few months where it can make me a millionaire.
Excellent, bro.
I'm ready to give some secret sauce.
There you go.
I'm ready to give some secret sauce. The great pretender. That's a great question. I think number one, I'm not financial advice. We always got to preface with saying that, but you should have both, right? Index fund, very stable on average, and Bobby probably knows the exact percentages, but it's probably 10% per year on average that you're seeing in terms of returns on an index fund. So Roth IRA, a 401k, index fund, 10% per year, that's fantastic. You put in 1,000, next year you made $100. You know, now you got 1,100. You keep going, 10% compounded interest, it keeps going, right? That's fantastic. In crypto, I don't know what the percentage is in terms of year after year return, but it's much higher.
Much higher.
Index fund, stable, and continuous 10% growth. Crypto, 100% growth per year, 200%, 1,000% per year, but way less stable, right? So that's the real picture. So should you have both? Yes, absolutely. I'm ready to give some secret sauce because your question actually alludes to a strategy that all crypto and stock purchasers, people who are invested in the market go with, and that's called dollar cost averaging. What you want to do in both scenarios, right, is you want to continuously buy. If you know that on the end of the year, you're getting a 10% increase in your return or more with crypto, right, 100%, 200%, when you have extra funds that are available to invest, that's a good place for you to store your money as it's going to gain value, and that compound interest goes a long way. So the secret sauce, here it goes. Anytime I open up Coinbase and I see a minus 5% day, I see some red, I see a minus 10% day, a minus 17% day, I get really excited. I call Bobby immediately. I get hyped. I get hyped because it's like you're going to the store and everything's on sale. As you put your $100 investment, $1,000 investment, $10,000 investment in, you just got a sale of minus 17%. That next day, when crypto jumps up 5%, 10%, not only did you capture that 17% that was lost in the market, you got an additional 5%, you got an additional 10% when it goes up. So you're making continuously an opportunity to catch up in gains. So look for red days and buy. I know it's very scary when, you know, a coin is down 30%, but that's your way for you to capture discounts. You want to shop when I don't know, your favorite store, Foot Locker, Zara, whatever it is, JCPenney, Macy's, Nordstrom, they have a sale. You don't really want to shop when everything is marked up or regular price. So the secret sauce is dollar cost average and buy on red days. And that advice applies to solid coins, right? The team just mentioned a ton of solid coins, the Polkadots, the Ethereums, the Solanas I saw in the comments. yeah, those are the solid coins that you want to really put that strategy with.
Very good point. Yeah, we need some more of that secret sauce, brother. That was a good one, man.
Yeah, yep. Definitely the secret. That's probably what I had to learn over a 4-year period, because I think a lot of investors or junior investors, which I'm still, just graduating out of junior, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at a green day and you're like, hey, I made some money today. This feels good.
Right.
But
Exactly.
that's not the best time to throw more money into the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe the following day or week, it's probably going to drop and consolidate some. You really want to think about, hey, long-term vision. I'm trying to increase my bags. I'm looking for sale days. I need to get my closet full of like nice suits and nice shoes. So how am I going to do that? I got to shop on sale days. Can't be buying these supply suits at full price. So that's the secret sauce. Shop when the sales are on. Red days are your friend. Don't be afraid of them.
Full transparency, man. I love this show because not only I want to talk about our wins, but let's talk about our losses, man. Let's talk about some things that we made bad mistakes in, okay? Because it's not always pretty in crypto. It's very volatile. You can make mistakes. Okay, full transparency. Okay, now Binance Coin. I think it's the top. I think it's number 3 crypto right now. It got to high $600 over the weekend. Do you know? Okay, Binance Coin is the token for Binance, which is the biggest exchange in the world. Now, do you know I bought into Binance Coin back in 2018 when it was under $15, okay?
Wow.
It's $100 now. I bought into it when it was under $15. And I bought a lot of it. I bought like almost 80 of them, right? Now, in December, I held this coin. I was like, this is a long-term hold, but I got anxious. So I saw another project I liked. I sold it at a profit at $30, okay? I'm like, okay, cool. I made my money back. Now I put it into another project. Now the project 20x. So I can't be mad. The project basically 20x. I made, was it 20x or 10? I think it's like 15x. It's 15x. So I made 15 times my money put into another project. But do you know Binance Coin since then has went from $30 to up to $600? That's a 20x. So I'm like, man, why did I do that? Even though I still made money, I still should have just found a way to get some extra money to put into the new project and keep my Binance Coin. But I guess you could say it's not technically an L, but it's like, man, why did I do that? And Binance Coin rose to where it got to be where at number 3 on the coin market cap, man. So.
Yeah, I was looking at that Binance Coin. I was like, wow, that's getting pretty high.
600, and I didn't even expect it can go to 1,000. That can be $80,000. I would have off of basically a $1,000 investment when I bought it in 2018.
Man, that is amazing, bro. I mean,
that's incredible. Crypto requires patience. I think to that story, it requires patience. Everything that we're saying is not a get rich quick scheme. Please do not invest your money expecting a 1 month turnaround of 100%, 200, 500% gain. If that happens, you're very lucky. You're very blessed. But the real what we're talking about is this is a long-term game. This is a long-term game, right? So some of these projects you'll get in this year, you may not see a huge return until 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Now, if you're patient, if you can afford to invest that money and let it sit, it will do you well in multiple ways. We haven't even talked about taxes, and we haven't talked about capital gains. We haven't talked about a lot of things where you want to hold your crypto longer term rather than short term trades, right? So you have to like really invest into your time into crypto other than just investing your money too. So I think that's a big thing. I see the comments going crazy. I will let you go because VeChain it looks like the people really want to hear about VeChain.
Yeah, they're talking about VeChain. Can you guys explain that to us?
That's Bobby's baby, so I'm gonna just stay quiet.
It's not my baby, but I've had VeChain since 2018. Okay, I bought a lot of VeChain in 2018. It is. It's basically the blockchain of supply management for, and it's going to be the future blockchain for a lot of companies. Supply management. I think they're based out of China, I believe. And I've held VeChain, and VeChain is hot right now. It's really gone up over the last month. I'm happy because I've had it. I bought it back in 2018. I still hold it to this day because it's a great long-term project. I know we was talking about Theta and Polkadot and Ethereum, but VeChain is right up there as one of those great long-term projects to hold. And I do have some in my portfolio, and I'm happy that it's doing good. I hope it gets to $1. We'll see. But yeah, man, it's the blockchain development of supply management. And I've actually bought into its competitor too. Actually, VeChain competitor has made me more money than VeChain itself. VeChain's competitor is the low-key version of the D2 version of it. I call it's Walton Chain. Walton Chain is another one that I invested into. It is actually 7x my money so far. So I made more money off VeChain's competitor than I made off VeChain, but VeChain's still the better product. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. Shout out to my brother, Citizen Lou, in the building. You there, Citizen Lou?
Yeah, what's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on, Citizen Lou?
My boy Bitcoin Bobby. What's up, Satoshi? I just met you, Satoshi. Man, y'all boys dropping some heat, man. I was eating, Aaron, and I realized you texted me the link. I was like, oh snap!
That's all good, brother.
Y'all boys been killing it, man. Everything, the NFTs, the coins. I love how y'all brought up. Don't invest in these garbage coins, these Dodge coins. I mean, come on, bro. Like, don't fall for the hype, man. And I just want to say too, man, y'all, this ain't a get rich quick scheme. You know what I mean? Like, bro, if you ain't making a lot of money right now, bro, that kind of worry about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Before you, before you worry about 10xing and 30xing and stuff like that, man. But I did want to bring up this, man. Engine Coin, Bobby. I wanted to ask you guys that. I know remember I was telling you about that Bitcoin, Bobby.
I remember Engine Coin. Matter of fact, I remember Engine Coin was covered by what's his name, Tika Tawar, like last year. He put me onto it in 2019 about it being one of the best coins in the future for gaming. And if you talking gaming, you talking NFTs, Engine Coin, and it's been rocketing up over the last couple of weeks actually. So Engine Coin is really good.
It's up 40%.
Yes,
it's up.
Yeah. Now I don't have it in my portfolio, but I still try to cover it and be in the space. I can't invest in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I wanted to tell you, EOS shooting up too. I was putting in the chat earlier. It just shot up, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man. But yeah,
look. Hey, man. Back in the days when we first got into this, I was big on EOS, man. Me and Satoshi Steve had arguments about who was going to be better between EOS and Neo. We was going at it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Weeks at a time, we talk about EOS. That we would talk about it, and I said, no way, do not buy that coin. Do not buy that coin. Which one's going over
Ethereum? Which one would be better than Ethereum? I'm going with EOS, and honestly,
EOS, baby.
EOS last year.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm telling you, man, EOS is $7 right now. But I mean, we were talking about it was at like $5.
You know what? It should be at $20, man. Come on,
now. I must mention one thing about coins like EOS, right? Mm-hmm. So this brings up the topic of, and Bobby said it earlier, everyone will get their turn in a bull run, right? So even Doge, BTT, Tron, EOS, all of these coins that originally came out maybe 2016, 2017, but haven't really found their niche. They haven't really found their specialty, haven't really developed a solid product yet. They're going to get their shine just because of speculation and just because of a community, right? When that community is going crazy on Twitch and going crazy on Twitter and going crazy on some of these platforms, and they're building an audience. People are investing even small dollar amounts into these coins. Now, they don't have a really fleshed out product yet and a great use case, but you can still make money in a bull run. Now, more secret sauce, when that bear market comes, be careful of holding coins like EOS. Be careful of holding coins like Tron, of holding coins like Dogecoin, because those will fall first the hardest. They're going to, we've already seen it from 2017 to 2018. Some of those coins fell 99%. very painful as a holder of Tron, right? Very painful as a holder of some of these coins, and you're like, oh my gosh, I put in 1,000 and now I got $1.
Oh wow!
You're like, hold on, what? So be careful. So that's where you really want to find coins with a great use case, a great platform, and the actual users of the system. So if you can point those coins, out, then you're probably making a solid investment. So that's all I got to say.
You know, I want a Bitcoin Bobby Social T. I want to play devil's advocate real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if the government outlaw crypto? What y'all crypto boys gonna do then?
Oh man, you hear this question a lot, but again, Bitcoin is decentralized. Okay, if government would have outlawed it, they would have did it years ago. Okay, you can't outlaw something that's decentralized. Okay, it's a decentralized platform, so that will not happen. Okay, it's going to still keep running. You know, that's the best question. That's the best way I can answer the question. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's technology, man. And they just mad that you can't control something that's decentralized. That's just simple. You can shut down Facebook. You can shut down YouTube. You can't shut down Bitcoin. It's a decentralized network of computers that's operating. Boom.
And Bitcoin Bobby, it's just so funny because they don't realize that how hard has America tried to outlaw marijuana?
Right.
And look what happened. I mean,
exactly.
They can try all they want. It don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's a good question. And that goes back to the old question I had when we was on our platform. Is it controlled by something? Is it controlled by the government? No, it's not controlled by the government. It's a centralized platform. So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
excellent, man. Shout out to my brother Pete Batiku, man. Shout out to my brother. He out here in Colombia making major moves as well, handling big business out here, man. Appreciate you stopping by, listening to the content, brother. We got another question, man, by Kay Hodden. He says, I was going to ask about BTT. Anybody familiar with that? Anybody know what that is?
I never heard that one.
You said BTC?
BTT. Let me put it up on
screen. I believe this is
Which one's that?
One of the forks of Tron. I believe this is an old coin. BTT came out in 2017, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's been making an incredible run this year. BitTorrent, yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the Justin Sun plays. I'm pretty sure it's been a long time since I've investigated, but I've heard that it's been going on a crazy run. But again, I'll go back to I no longer own it. I think in 2017 I had it. Be careful, because when you're holding this and October, November comes around, I'll paint the picture, of falling off the cliff, because this is one of those coins that may, be non-existent in terms of price. So you would have made your money early, but if you didn't take profits or transfer that into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a solid play that's more long-term, this could, end up being a kind of like a nothing burger. That's what they call it. So I probably wouldn't recommend it, but I think, hey, shoot your shot. Be careful.
I see why it's reached all-time highs. I think last week, I'll be honest with you, off the rip, it's already a top 25 token. I think it's at $5 billion market cap. It has almost 100 billion tokens. I'm staying away from that one, man. I'll stay away from that one. But good question, though, man.
Yeah, it seemed like one of those coins that because it seemed like uTorrent adopted it. So it seems like it's like a spinoff, like a blockchain version of uTorrent. And I think they just, like an open source kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's kind of looking like. I was just looking it up. I can't really find any white papers on it.
All right, I saw another question. When they can shut off the internet, you hear a lot of hyperbole things like that. What if electricity goes up? I'm gonna tell people this: if that happens, crypto is the less thing you need to be worried about. If there's no electricity, there's no internet, crypto is the least thing you need to be worried about. You need to be worried about things getting broken into, security, vandalization, things being looted, that's what you need to worry about. Crypto's gonna be lasting on your mind if the internet goes down or electricity goes down. Okay, let's keep it real.
Hey, Bitcoin Bobby and Steve, I know one of you guys can answer this question. You brought up a good point. So a lot of people also say that Bitcoin takes up a lot of energy in order to mine. So they're saying that, like, as time goes on, they're saying that the cost of mining Bitcoin is going to outlast the finite amount of energy we have. You get what I'm saying? So what do you got? What's your rebuttal to that, guys?
I believe that I want to say that could be possibly true. That's why you have more of these mining rigs. That's why it's hard for an individual to mine Bitcoin, because it's not worth it from a profit standpoint. You have more of these big mining rigs. I want to even say it might be even located in China, but you have more of these big mining rigs that are mining Bitcoin now, because it's big game now. It can't be done for the individual. It's more big game, and then they do it in cooler places. You know what I'm saying? To do these mining, they got big fans and stuff. They got ways you can cool the network down when it comes to that. So that's why you see a lot of these cryptos moving to staking, because it's better energy efficient. That's why ETH is moving over to staking. They're moving to staking because it's more energy efficient. That's why.
Cool.
Exactly. So that's the key answer right there. They're changing their consensus mechanism, and what you're going to see is even other forms of consensus, proof of ownership, proof of stake, proof of there's all types of them. But essentially, the consensus mechanism is changing. So instead of proof of work, which is you keeping your computer all day, running and doing and using your graphics cards, GPUs, to solve these mathematical equations and to update everyone's ledger, you're moving to proof of stake, which is much more cheaper and energy efficient. Proving that you have a certain amount of coins for you to vote a certain decision on the blockchain, that's much easier. For you to hold a node with a certain amount of coins available, that's what proof of stake is doing. So essentially, they're changing their consensus mechanism, which is much more energy efficient. So that's what Ethereum is doing. Ethereum has a major upgrade coming this year. I think it's happening in July. They're, EIP 1559. They're making all types of upgrade to their network such that it's no longer, and it's moving to proof of stake. I think initially they're going to do it half and half. Right now they're completely proof of work, but you can see they're in their beta, or they might be even further along, because July is right around the corner. I know some of you who are on Coinbase probably got the email, hey, do you want to be a part of the beta testers of proof of stake, right? That means they're going to be giving you some yielding. They're going to be giving you some APY on you holding Ethereum, and essentially you staking that Ethereum in their proof of stake ecosystem. So everything is changing towards that consensus algorithm.
Yeah, hey, that's a good explanation, man. I like I said, I'm just, these questions I get a lot from detractors, so I want to ask you guys this, and then you guys can probably help me, get some ammo, for the detractors as well. So here's another question too. How do you guys feel about, well, I believe it's 80% of the Bitcoin mining is in China. Is that correct? I know a good portion of it is. I might not be 80, but it's a good percentage of miners are located in China. Do you think that's an issue, or is you guys just kind of like, that's not really a big deal to you guys?
I have a little bit of information on that. So I follow Cryptos R Us, and he's constantly monitoring like the different groups who mine Bitcoin. And I think he focuses a lot on a group called F2 Pool, who holds maybe like 30% of the mining power of Bitcoin, which is huge. And they are in China. And often they will sell a lot of their Bitcoin that they've mined all at once. And that's when you see a lot of the market dips. They may do that for various reasons. I know he was focused on a reason where China, Mongolia, a couple of countries were cracking down on mining farms for the exact reason that you posed, which was, hey, it's causing a lot of electricity issues. There are jurisdiction issues with mining Bitcoin. We need to shut it down. So groups like F2 Pool will like, hey, we got to sell all our Bitcoin that we mine. We need to move locations, right? So, just back to that point, 80% would be an issue because there is a number, 51%. If one person owns that much of the network, they can do a lot of damage in terms of the Bitcoin network. And it has not been proven that anybody has 51% or more of the network, any one group. So therefore, I think it's still in a safe zone. There's not any one group who has all the mining power.
Right. Yeah, and I was just saying, like, I know they don't have like majority, but I was saying, like, if they had, I don't know, like if China just instituted something and they just had to stop all at once, are you guys kind of, you know what I mean? Is that kind of like a fear, you know what I mean, for Bitcoin? Is that something that we should worry about? Because we kind of know how China doesn't really support Bitcoin, but yet majority of the mining rigs are located in China because it's cheaper to make it there. You know what I mean? All their stuff is. So you guys, but you guys kind of don't feel like any. It's not a big deal, right? Like,
I don't personally feel it's a big deal.
Right. Okay.
And I'm not getting into, like I said, I know a lot of the mining rigs are in China, but I don't think it's that much of a big deal. Or it would have been already. We'll see. I mean, time will play out. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hypothetical question. So it's kind of like hard to answer in a way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Let me catch this super chat real quick. I believe that's my brother Pete Batico again with a 75,000 Colombian peso super chat. I really appreciate that, brother, very much. So we had a question also. Somebody asked, what is a good platform to learn about crypto? Do you guys have any suggestions where people can learn more about crypto?
I used what's that dude Ivan?
I mean, you can use really YouTube for a lot of resources on crypto. Really, right now, like you don't have to take classes on crypto no more.
Yeah, I use
YouTube is king right now.
Yeah, you're right.
On the crypto content.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I use Ivan on Tech, Bobby. That's what I use to kind of get into.
Ivan on Tech. That's the Pomplomatics. So that's my man, the Pomp.
Yep.
Go.
Yes, go. Yeah. Yes.
Yo, I used to wake up every morning to go. He's a
Sweden.
He's got a thick accent, but he has great information. In fact, he's changed his channel more to, he calls it Biddle, which is like build, right? Hodl is hold, which is like you buy your crypto, you hold it. Biddle is now he's focused on building instead of just investing, because he was talking about investing for the past 3-4 years consistently every day in the morning. Ivan on Tech. So some of the other resources that are really key, I would look into Token Metrics with Ian Bellina. I would look into Chico Crypto. That's my guy. I know Bobby don't really mess with him like that. And then probably number 4, maybe Cryptos R Us. Maybe Cryptos R Us. So those are some of my key go-tos for information. But YouTube is definitely king in terms of a platform where you can learn this information.
All right, man. See, I'm gonna get on. Look at him. Nasty Stingray asks, does Bobby or Steve have a YouTube channel or website? I've been trying to get these brothers to get a YouTube channel for I don't know how long. We don't get a YouTube channel, guys. Right. Come on now.
I'll tell you this. As a man, you're not respected until you can produce results. Okay. Let's keep it a stat. You're not respected until you can produce results. So for us to come out with a platform about crypto, I feel like it's going to take us being successful in this market first. When we become millionaires in this market, then we can come back and say, hey, this is what we did. You can learn from us. And then I think it'll be more of a crypto lifestyle channel to where we've utilized crypto to make us be able to travel, to invest, to do these type of things. So I think it'll be more of a crypto education, crypto lifestyle channel to where, hey, crypto has made us able to travel, invest into apartments overseas, do these type of things. I think we will try to turn the platform to something like that. What has crypto helped us do instead of just talking about crypto? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Bobby, just rent a land. What you talking about? You don't need to do all that.
Hey man,
Number one, I don't even like
hey,
Lambos.
hey, fake it before you make it,
Lambos,
bro.
okay?
Fake it till you make it, like these PUA coaches doing.
That's it. That's all you got to do,
I
bro.
had to throw some shade. We was having an intellectual conversation. I got to throw some shade. Apologies.
Of course.
Hey, but you know what? I got one question, man. It goes into the travel and it goes into crypto too. And I think this is gonna be perfect for the channel, man. So you guys know the KYC, to know your client, with all these crypto exchanges, right? That Americans are forced to go under. Man, do you ever see it like do you see a point that we might have to like renounce our US citizenship to really get into crypto? Do you guys think that could be a possibility in the future?
Well, the thing I like is decentralized exchanges. You don't have to go through doing KYCs and stuff. And if you do a DEX account, so you don't have to put in your information and this. If you can be able to find a way to do an on ramp through decentralized exchanges, then you don't have to go through all this KYC BS. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. But I don't think you should have to denounce, because I'm going to look at it as, put it like this: if I get a Colombian citizenship and I'm able to have a Colombian bank account, I can set up a US, not even a US, you can set up probably through different exchanges like KuCoin or even a Binance Regular, and use my Colombian citizenship to be able to purchase cryptos that way, instead of going through a US base where you have to do KYCs. So that's a different way of doing it. And I'm going to be looking to doing that way, for a way I can be able to cash out via Colombian pesos instead of doing it through American. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Man, excellent.
I'll quickly answer that question because I've been thinking about it, right?
Right.
Shoot. I mean, so essentially I typed in that question on YouTube and I was led to another source that I'm following closely. And I think in terms of like BMT, just in general, without crypto, it's an awesome conversation to listen to. The guy's name and channel is called Nomad Capital, right? Nomad Capital, they pretty much help high net worth individuals really, really capitalize on exploring the world, right? Like, hey, looking into St. Lucia you might want to become a citizen there. A lot of people do it for different reasons. Malaysia, Serbia, all over the world, places I had never really even thought of. But they all have benefits once you collect that passport. Number one, he talks about, hey, you're going to need at some point to become a dual citizen. If that's what you want to do, like in terms of, okay, then we can go into tax implications. Are you ready to pay a 37% capital gains tax because you just made $1 million in 6 months, or 10 million, or whatever it is? Well, you don't want to give 37% of your money away. You're going to need to be a full citizen of Colombia or some other country that's going to be tax friendly for you, right? So not encouraging it, definitely just something to think about in terms of, his phrase is go where you are treated best, right? And I think BMT, a lot of the fellas who are listening or are part of the group, is already thinking that from a lifestyle perspective. Now you're thinking from a financial perspective as well. You put the two together, and now you may end up in Mexico. I don't know. You may.
It's very funny you said that, because I think me and Citizen Lou had a conversation today about being an international black man and getting dual citizenship and having a crypto portfolio to pretty much release yourself from the economic bondage of America. Basically, you got your crypto going and you got your dual citizenship. They can come for you if they really wanted to, because now you can move the way you want to move. You don't have to worry about what America got going on necessarily, because I gotta do a dual citizenship. I can take my Colombian passport and be in Colombia tomorrow if stuff hit the fan in America. That's what I'm talking about.
I was doing some research because I'm interested in Colombian real estate. Now they say, I want to say, if you spend up towards of $190,000 investing into Colombian real estate, that automatically can get you a permanent visa.
Right.
So it's different.
You're right, bro.
Of what you can invest. When you invest that much money, you can almost automatically get a permanent visa. So that's one of the good things about getting a Colombian visa, Colombian citizenship. You can do that.
It's a few ways you can get citizenship here. It doesn't have to be that high necessarily, but it's a few ways you can get citizenship here. I believe I read an article that it's easy to obtain citizenship in places like Ghana as well. So it's definitely ways to go ahead and get that dual citizenship and get a couple of passports on you, man. But fellas, we've been here for a good little minute, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. Any closing statements you guys want to say about why brothers should invest in crypto? I'll start with you, Satoshi Steve.
I think it's definitely a great approach in getting into an investment as early as possible. This is a new sector, a new field. So I encourage everybody to do their own research, right? I think we've offered an introduction to a lot of folks, but I think this is just the beginning. So you got to take it from here, do your own research, and then you got to find what projects make the most sense for you, knowing that you're investing early into a class and asset that could change your life, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you only have, $5,000 saved up, but if you put it into that right project and you hit an 100x, now that 5,000 is $5 million. Your whole life has changed. So I just hope something like that, somebody gets that story out of this once they've done their own research and they invest into the right project.
Excellent.
That's what's up, bro.
Excellent. Bitcoin Bobby, you want to go ahead and chime in?
Let me go because Bitcoin, but it's his show, so let me go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, look at that word. Hey, I just want brothers to know that this crypto is very critical to the travel thing because labor can't cross borders, but capital can, right? So with this crypto knowledge, man, you'll be able to be decentralized and move all around the world. Another thing too about the BMT app, guys, we moving into phase 2. We're getting designs ready. So now we're gonna move that into it. So everything's coming along right. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Steve, for y'all, man. Good dropping the information, man. Y'all boys have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right, Sensitive.
Excellent, man. And we were looking for that app, bro.
All right. The question was posed, why should brothers invest in crypto? The real question should be, why shouldn't you be in crypto? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna speak on something that's maybe a little controversial. I'm gonna shout out a fan a little bit, but I'm gonna approach it with some numbers. Okay. Now, let's say this. A college education nowadays can be on upwards of $20,000 a year. So that's about $80,000 you're spending on a college education for just a bachelor's degree, right?
20,000. Shit.
Let's just say 20 grand, right? So and that's 80 grand. Even if you get out in 4 years, that's a bachelor's degree. You're happy, you're good. And usually a bachelor's degree can get you almost in certain areas of the country, maybe a $50K a year job, right? So that $50K a year job based on that bachelor's degree, say you don't go for a master's or even you don't even get a raise. Based on that $50K a year bachelor's degree, it's going to take you 20 years just to make a gross net worth of $1 million from an $80K investment of 4 years of education. Now, I'm not trying to say you shouldn't go to school and get education. I'm not saying that. But just think if you took 80 grand and you invested into crypto in the last 4 years, which personally I have been doing. I'm not saying it's been 80 grand, but just say if I took the 80 grand invested in crypto, even through the bear market, even to now, that 80 grand can easily get me over $1 million in a 4 year period. Just imagine comparing 80 grand invested into education in college and only come out making $50,000 a year. I'm investing 80 grand, and after 4 years, which is a college equivalent to 4 years, I could be making over $1 million, man. So put that in perspective. So why aren't you invested in crypto? Is the question you should be asking yourself.
Excellent point, bro.
And really what you're doing is you're investing in researching, you're investing in learning what crypto is, you're investing in education of it. So really, you're investing in that education to learn how to invest in it and make the proper choices of putting your money into certain cryptos to where you can make up towards $1 million. Now, I believe personally, I'm going to be a millionaire within the next 6 to 9 months based on investing into crypto and learning crypto. And I'll be a millionaire before I'm 40 years old. Not a lot of people can say that. You know what I'm saying? That could be on the way of leading towards retirement. So I'm not saying you shouldn't invest in education. I'm just saying it's different avenues of looking at things. Boom.
Man, that's a perfect answer. I couldn't have said anything better myself, man. So, fellas, we appreciate y'all joining us. When you get a chance, check out some of the merch in the merch store. Got the BMT shirts right here. And yeah, man, till next time, man, we're gonna do another show.
Yeah, maybe when it hits 100K, we'll do another show.
Oh, we hit 100K. Yeah, I remember when we did this show. It had to be sometime last year when I was still in Atlanta, man. I think Bitcoin might have been at like, in our first show, what was it like? Maybe 15, 20?
No, it was like 10.
It was like 10 bands, yeah.
And Ethereum was only like $210, and now it's at $2,200. That's basically.
I remember looking at Ethereum one night, and I'm like, man, I should go ahead and just get a few. Like, it's only $100-something. I should get a few. But I was hesitant. I was like, you know what? Man, I don't know about this crypto. Let me invest in some stocks or something like that with that bread.
And now
but
it's
yeah,
10X,
man. Yeah, it's 10x, man. It's great, bro. You know, let me ask you this real quick. Last question, man. Do you ever think Ethereum is there any possibility whatsoever? I know it's going to sound like a stretch, but is there any possibility that it might catch up to Bitcoin one day?
If it can, maybe. I'm hearing things about it can maybe tackle the derivatives market, and the derivatives market is like a quadrillion-dollar market. So if it can get into the derivatives market, maybe. But Bitcoin it's scarce, and it's really scarce, and it's going to tackle gold. It may be in like 20 years from now, maybe.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, Bitcoin really has no competition. Ethereum will have competition with competitors like Cardano and Polkadot and stuff. So you're going to have people biting at Ethereum's market share compared to other projects biting at Bitcoin market share. So we'll see, man. And also it's funny because last week we was like, okay, let's do a show. And I was looking at my schedule and I said, yo, let's do Tuesday. And it so happens that the coincidence that we picked Tuesday, and Tuesday, Bitcoin reaches all-time highs of 63K. And then you have the Coinbase IPO that comes out tomorrow. So we're going to be looking back at this show and seeing what's going to happen, especially with the Coinbase IPO and everything. So we'll see how this thing goes. That's the great thing about looking at making these videos, because we can always reflect on what has happened in the past.
Yeah, man, you were on point, man. You on Red Kev off of YouTube. He don't even want to debate you no more. The crypto.
That's my boy, man. I got mad respect for Kev, man.
Hey, you know what? He got a bunch of crypto too, so don't let him fool you, man.
Look, I'm glad he does, because he's at least he's gotten in and like, hey, because there's a lot of people that don't want to concede to say, yo, I was wrong, but hey, you got to get those gains while you can, man. Make this money while you can.
Exactly. Well, appreciate you guys coming on, brothers. Crypto Bros, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right.
Peace.